What's up, guys? Madman Roberto123 here again, and welcome back to Madman Anime Reviews. It's that time of year once again. It is time for the Yearly Otaku Haul. I don't know why I adjusted to it, you can't see it. I have collected a fair bit this year, but believe it or not, I haven't actually read or watched most of these. A lot of these have just been given to me as gifts or as something I've bought as a bit of curiosity. But we're just going to jump right in, and but different from last year, we're going to start with the manga this time. And first of all, we have a continuation of a story I actually stopped reading a while ago. Assassination Classroom. This is only volume 7 because I purchased up to volume 6 last year. Just realised I left the price tag on that one. Whoops. I do like the Assassination Classroom stuff. I just haven't continued reading it because I don't actually know how far I got. I'll need to start it again. I know I've at least read volume 1. That's how far I can say I've got. But yeah, I'm trying to speed this up to prevent the same video stopping issue that I had last year. The next series that I've got is one I've actually started getting from manga, but it's one that I've kind of got a bit of a fascination with. You'll see that repeated another time during this, but all of these are for the same franchise, and that's Assassin's Creed. Now, anyone who knows me knows I love the Assassin's Creed games. I have, like, over in the main Glitch Hunter channel where I do most of my work now, I have played through a ton of the games. I actually just started Odyssey now that I remember. But for the manga side, I do have a lot of the books for Assassin's Creed, the main game novelizations. But there is 5 manga books here that I got this year, and that is Blade of Xiaojun, volume 1 and 2. That tells the story of Assassin's Creed Chronicles China and the Chinese assassin Zhao Jun. We have the manga adaptation of Black Flag, Awakening, volume 1 and 2. And believe it or not, my first Korean manga, or manhwa, I believe they're called, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Blood Brothers. I've read the first 2 series. I don't actually think I read Chronicles Volume 2. Did I? I might have. I don't know. No, I did, because I read that in Awakening in one night. But I haven't read Valhalla Blood Brothers yet. I'll need to get that checked out, because, as I said, I love Assassin's Creed. Right. They're going to go there. I've got these set up in alphabetical order, so it's a bit easier for me to go through, because I was looking at my manga 2020 list while I was doing it last year, and it was just throwing me off. So these are in alphabetical order. Next up, Bofuri. I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defence. I will say this right now. First watched the anime of this, and it was actually pretty funny. I knew I'd be in for something good when literally the first episode ends with her eating well, it not ends, but it includes her eating a dragon, because the dragon can't affect her. So she just goes, fuck you. I would definitely recommend for a good laugh, although it's a bit confusing with this one, because I didn't know whether or not I was getting light novel or that. So, yeah. Next up, Man Wonderland. I believe this may have been a gift from Scott. I don't know. This may have been a gift from my fellow Glitch Hunter Scott, because I can't remember exactly who got this. I think it was either that or him or my girlfriend, but yeah, I don't actually think I've read up to volume 3, so I might need to go back to that. But yeah, obviously a continuation of that story, which obviously I'd recommend reading the manga over watching the anime any day, because I'm not a biggest fan of the anime to begin with, because it doesn't actually end. Next up, we have Elfenlied, the first omnibus. Chunky fucker. Now, Elfenlied's odd one for me, because yes, it's a bloody horror gory anime, which I'm all for. You know, my top 3. Another Higurashi Cox party, don't need to go any further than that. But Elfenlied holds a special place for me, because, believe it or not, this was the first anime I watched on Netflix. Because I remember I was obviously watching a lot of stuff using a crappy anime site, and I was watching a lot of YouTube anime videos at the time too, And I remember hearing a lot about Elfenlied, especially the open scene. And I looked it up on Netflix and I went, so this is on Netflix, which is quite strict with the gore. I'll check it out. Next thing you know, I'm blitzing the entire thing in one night. Well, not one night, I'm blitzing the entire thing. But I decided to get the manga, and it's actually not too bad. Although I've heard that this goes way past the anime. You might need to correct me if I'm wrong. But, yeah. Definitely a good read, if I'm remembering right, because I read this months ago. Haven't went back and watched the anime. I need to do that. Quite a big addition to an ongoing series that started last year. Oh, yeah, fuck it. Volume 7 to 12 of Food Wars, or Shokugeki no Soma. I don't actually think, I can't actually remember how high I got. I think it may have been 9. I do remember making it quite far through this, so I may need to continue reading this at some point. I said what I had to say about Food Wars last year. But mature one here. Yeah, explicit. High School DxD, or DD. Yeah. That's one that I genuinely saw and just went, fuck it. Same as Citrus, actually. It was literally, I just looked at it and saw it, and I'm thinking, what are the chances I'm going to come across this again? Fuck it. Yes. This one. One that I watched the anime of first again, because I'm obviously more of an anime watcher than a manga reader. The first one that I just decided to check this out because it was one of the hot ones for this year, or maybe last year. I can't actually remember. It was that fucking long ago. I checked it out, liked the anime, and decided to give the manga a try. Kaguya-sama, Love is War. Now, anime was hilarious, and believe it or not, the manga is just as good. I like it when a manga adaptation, or like when an anime adaptation follows the manga adaptation to a T, because I do like it when they follow the story and not like change things. Miss Kobayashi's Maid Dragon Volume 6, I believe that is... I can't remember how far onto the story that is, but I do remember this caused me to go back and... Actually, I think I started watching this the second season of this anime because I read this. I may be wrong, but I'm not too sure. It was that long ago. I kind of... Lately, my anime and manga tastes have kind of dwindled a wee bit because I've been focusing more on gaming, but I have tried to make it a note to watch my anime and read some manga, but I think this series either caused me to watch season 2 or season 2 compelled me to go back and read this. But I do remember finishing that book, so I must have liked it at some point. This one I know for a fact I liked. Give me a second. Sorry, currently suffering from a bit of a cold that gives me a bit of a sore throat. So, next up we have volume 10 and 11 of New Game. As I said last year, I absolutely adore New Game because, believe it or not, this year I've actually went back and that Blu-ray of season 1 and 2 I went back and rewatched that while blitzing this. So, yeah, I kind of fell back into the New Game hole, and it has definitely edged its way up my favourites. Because obviously I have my top 3, another Higurashi Corpse Party. 4th is in Love Live. 5th might actually be going to New Game, because it's definitely edging up. And while this goes way past I'm way past season 2 now, but well, I'm well past the story of season 2 in the manga. I think I'm about, if they're doing it like they're doing a game a season, I'm 2 seasons ahead. I'm not complaining. If it means we can possibly get more of the anime, I'm down. Now, this is one that I didn't actually remember I had on my Amazon list, because I generally thought this was a manga. Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, the first volume of the light novel. Now, this was a birthday gift. Now, I'll be honest, Bunny Girl Senpai hasn't actually appealed to me. Now, I do know that... Well, yeah, I do know that this is a bit of a misleading image it puts in your head. I may be wrong, because I've not actually seen the anime, and I haven't read this yet. But I might need to do it at some point. The only problem is it's a light novel, and I have never actually managed to sit through a light novel. I will need to change that because I have two another light novels that I need to read down now. So I will definitely get around to reading that at some point. Not going to say it's going to happen in 2022, but we'll see what happens. That's all I'll say. So we're already to the R's. That will tell you how like short this collection is. Rent a Girlfriend season fucking hell. Volume 3. I don't even know if I fucking could finish volume 2. I honestly can't tell you. This is a bit of a piss take, this one, because this Otaku Haul, I've genuinely not read most of these. I can only tell you that I've not read Assassination Classroom. All the Assassin's Creeds have been read except for Blood Brothers. I definitely read Beaufort. I might have read Man Wonderland. Definitely read Elfen Lied. Food Wars, I might have read up to 9. High School DD, I haven't. Kaguya-sama, yes. Dragon Maid, yes. New Game, hell yes. Haven't read Bunny Girl Senpai. Rent a Girlfriend, I can't remember. But yeah, I do remember that I watched a few episodes of the anime and I wasn't a fan. I may be not wrong. It might be good later on, but I'm not willing to sit. If something doesn't excite me within 3 episodes, I'm not going to watch it. That's how long I give a show to like hook me. If you don't hook me within like 3 episodes, you've kind of fucked it. But yeah, next up, I know for a fact I've read this. Ruby, the official manga, volume 2. But yeah, I don't need to say anything because Ruby is something that I kind of have an on and off relationship with because, yes, I do like the show. The manga aren't exactly the best. I do need to get a hold of the manga anthology for Juniper because I've got the first 4 volumes of the manga anthology, but the official manga hasn't really hooked me as much as the other manga series has, and especially not as much as the show has. But yeah, we'll just leave Ruby behind because I think I've said everything I need to say about Ruby at some point. Have I? I think I might have said something about the official manga over in the last Otaku Haul. I don't know. Am I coming through okay? Because my throat is kind of sore because, as again, the cold that's kind of caused me to have a sore throat. I don't know how that works, but I think yes I have because I've read all this. I just read the back of this last one here, but we have volume 3 to 6 of School Live or Gakugarashi. Now, as I said last year, I love the manga adaptation of this. Excuse me, I need to take a quick drink of this. As I said, I love the anime adaptation of School Live. Manga is definitely interesting, but it's not something I'll go out my way to read. I'll probably read this once, and I might give this one more read when I finish the series. But after that, I'm probably not going to go back to it. Now, this is the series that has practically defined my life for the past 6 months, give or take, because I've only recently became, and I'm not saying this in like any small way, addicted to this franchise. You're probably not. You're probably just going to see the title of this and go, oh, for fuck's sake. The Legend of Zelda. Because I got into this series thanks to Breath of the Wild. And now I literally spent a fair bit of money yesterday on 2 games for the Switch. But I have volume 1 and 2 of the Ocarina of Time manga, which is the second Zelda game I finished. I may be wrong. Because I remember playing this game when I was a lot younger, but I never finished it. I've only just finished it on the 3DS. But I decided to get the manga. I do know for a fact I finished volume 1. Don't think I've finished volume 2. I started it, got a fair bit through and forgot about it. Not saying it's bad. I just had other stuff to deal with. But that wasn't the only one I got. I have volume 1 and 2 of Twilight Princess. A Zelda game I haven't touched in any way, shape or form. So I have no fucking clue what the story of this is going to be. Because the manga adaptations are a bit different from the games themselves. But I do like the Ocarina of Time one because that made me laugh a couple of times. I don't know what the Twilight Princess one's going to be. And is it bad that I hope they make a manga for Breath of the Wild? Because I fucking love Breath of the Wild. There was a point where I couldn't put it down. But yeah. I will say the artist of it, story and art by Akira Himekawa, props. He gets props from me because how often do you see a lot of people get into like how often do you see one person getting told to do this as much work as he has for one series? I mean, yes, you've got the guy who does One Piece, he's still pumping out volumes of that, but like usually when it's different installations of the same franchise, like Higurashi, the manga does different artists for each volume. Like, I think, yeah, different artists for each arc of the series. But this guy, Akira Himikawa, he's done multiple games under the same art style, so he gets props for being good enough that they keep on getting him back. Next up, a show that I think I watched the season 2 of, the Quintessential Quintuplets. That's volume 1 and 2. I did go back to the anime and watch season 2. Wasn't a fan, but I do like that they were giving my best girl the spotlight a little bit, but not in the way I'm hoping. And as soon as I reached the big twist, as soon as I actually had the big twist spoiled for me in the manga, I kind of lost my shit because best girl didn't win in the manga. I'm not going to say who it is for those of you who are unaware, but obviously it's nowhere near the point in the manga that I'm at. I don't even think I've fucking read volume 2. I think I read volume 1, just not volume 2. But yeah, I need to stop mentioning the anime because it's unfair to compare manga to an anime, considering the fact that the manga came out first. So this is the definitive one that you need to get. But I'm more of an anime watcher. I've said it before. Now this one, I don't know how far I made it in this series. Volumes 7 to 12, so we are looking at 6 volumes here of Saga of Tanya the Evil. Now, as I said last year, massive fan of the anime, not so much of the manga. The manga kind of bored me. And believe it or not, I haven't actually got the light novel of this yet, so I don't actually know which one is the definitive version of this story. But the manga, I'm just getting at this point just to say, oh, I've got all of the manga for when I do eventually finish it. But I'm assuming that it's the same as the rest of the story, which is just Tanya going ballistic. We're at the tail end of the manga for this year. Volume 14 and 15, and I'm almost 98% certain that I've read this. Volume 14 and 15 of We Never Learn. Now, again, this is probably just one that I've got to continue the series because, like New Game, I love We Never Learn. Wasn't a fan of the ending because I know for a fact the main story of this is finished in these. I can't remember when it finished in, but I do know that the volumes that are after, I'm going to say about 12, are just ones that are just doing separate. Like each book's focusing on one girl, I think, because I think this one focuses on Rizu, obviously because she's on the front cover, and that one is Takimoto. Urika, that's her name. I can't fucking remember. It's been that long since I watched it. Give me a second. Jesus. Settle. Now, finally for the manga, one that I've had my eye on for a while, but was given out of order, believe it or not, because I think I got volume 2 and 3 first, and then I got volume 1. We have Wonderland. I thought this was going to be a morbid telling of Alice in Wonderland, which, for those of you who follow Glitch Hunter, know that I've played a very weird game called Madness Returns lately, but this is a completely original story about people who get shrunk down. Now, I thought this was going to be a bit of a mindfuck, and it is, but it kind of went 180 for me when, yes, I thought it was going to be about, oh, how do we all get back to normal size, and then someone's parents get eaten by a fucking cat. What the fuck? So, yeah, definitely a read for those of you who like something mindfucky. Not saying it's bad, but yeah, definitely I'd follow the older teen tag on the back, because yeah, that is definitely messed up. I will definitely make it a note to get the rest of it. Sorry, I'm trying to keep my laptop timing out. But that is all of the manga we've got this year. Not so much a big anime collection this year, but I'm looking, and it is quite sizable. But a lot of these have been given to me as gifts, and believe it or not, I haven't actually watched all of them. Which is odd considering the fact that I said that I am an anime fan more than a manga fan. But let me go and get the first one. Actually, I'm going to get all of them over here. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Right, just put them into an easier way for me to grab. Right. Let me move these, and we can get started. Right, first of all, this was one that was given to me as a Christmas gift, and one that I actually A, didn't know about, and B, when I did click that I'd heard about it, haven't watched yet. Blood, the Last Vampire. Please ignore the CEX tag on the top, because obviously it was pre-owned. I haven't actually watched this yet, but from the description of it, it does look like it's something that I'll get a lot of enjoyment out of, because I do like, as I said, I do like my bloody anime. This was a birthday gift, and one that I've seen, but not one I'm the biggest fan of. Man Wonderland. As I said, I got the volume 4 of the manga. I got this as a birthday gift. I don't know if this is actually censored in episode 1, because episode 1 is where all the gore stuff happens, but I'm not too sure if that's censored in episode 1. I do want them to continue the anime so I can see the ending of it, but it's not too bad. I definitely recommend. I feel like I'm rambling a wee bit. I think like I'm just going round in circles here, but yeah, it's definitely one that I'd recommend for a good mature anime. It's not one of my favourites, but it's alright, and I will admit the opening tune is definitely a bit of a banger. Oh, sorry, but got a bit of a scratch in my throat. Now, this, believe it or not, this isn't actually this doesn't actually belong to me, this anime, but there was a wee bit of a mix-up with my girlfriend and I, where we both got, there was 2 versions of the same show we got, but one is a complete edition of it, a complete box set, and the other is in separate installments, so I just decided to take the separate installments for myself. And that is one that I decided to check out, but what I didn't actually finish. I do need to go back to it. Fruits Basket. Parts 1 to 4. Now, I did start watching this. I was liking it, but I had a lot of stuff to take care of, and I never really went back to it. But it was interesting, at the very least. I do need to go back and actually give it a proper chance, and hopefully it'll be able to draw me in, hook me. Probably won't get the manga, but I do like what was it? I think there's one that's set up at the one that transforms into an elephant. I think I found my favourite character already. If not that, then the one who detects weird oddities. But that's not really spoilers, considering the fact that that's only 2 episodes in. But yeah, I did like what I saw. I just got too busy with the year that I completely forgot about it, and I never went back to it. And I'm at the point where I don't actually know where I was. I think I finished disc 1, but I will go back to it at some point. Maybe in the coming year, I will give my thoughts and theories. Well, not theories, but my thoughts and feelings on it. This one, now, this is one I have seen. I haven't watched it on DVD, but I have seen, and I remember watching this at my friend's house. We watched it. 2.5 hours later, we looked at each other, looked to the screen, looked back to each other, and went, "What the fuck was that?" Tokyo Fish Attack. Now, I'll be honest. I've watched this movie, as I said, but I'm not a fan. But that was then. This is now. Have I watched this since I got it? No. Because I got this as a... I don't know, I just realised I'm short one. I'm short a DVD. Shit. Give me a second. Shit. I fucking picked up the wrong thing. Sorry about that, guys. I just realised I picked up the wrong thing. But yeah, I just sorry, my fucking list just threw me off a wee bit. Picked up the entire wrong show. But yeah, I will need to go back and watch Gyo at some point, but probably not going to be anytime soon, because I have other stuff to watch. Like Season 2, Season 3, and Season 4 of High School DD. I do recall that I blitzed this and I was pissing myself laughing when I first watched through this series, these seasons, but yeah, not so much of a fan of Season 4 because that's when the art style changes from what you're used to with High School DD to a more cartoony one, and they actually censored this one. So, they did on Funimation, so I'm not sure how they're going to do it with this one. But yeah, that's a bit of a dick move. But yeah, for a good comedy, I'd recommend High School DD. This is the one that I actually didn't pick up because I picked up the wrong one like a fucking idiot. This is one that I saw in a shop and I went, what is the chances that I'm going to come across this again? It's one of those ones. And I watched a couple of episodes, fell away from it because I actually got bored. I think I was down at us watching it at my mum's one night and I fell asleep. But because it was just too late on in the night, I was just tired. But I need to go back and watch it at some point. Hyoka. Now, I liked what I saw from the first couple of episodes, but it was just the same shit for the majority of it. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it might have been the fact that I just fell asleep and woke back up, put my Xbox away, and then came back up the house and I never went back to it. But I do need to go back and watch this. I need to give it a chance. Because this is only part 1. And I've got a thing where if I get part 1 of a show, I need to get part 2. Now, funny thing is, through in the living room, my girlfriend has part 2. I have part 1, she has part 2. Because she managed to get part 2 in a shop. But part 1 is, well, I got part 1 in the shop, she got part 2 in the shop. I've looked up part 2 on Amazon. Why is it so fucking extortionate? But yeah, I can't really give my opinion on Hyoka right now because I haven't finished it, and I hate leaving a show unfinished. I did get further than 3 episodes, so I do need to finish this. This is a Christmas gift that I got. The entirety of Kill la Kill. Now, Kill la Kill, obviously I know it's an old one. I don't know when exactly we're talking, but I'll be honest, I don't actually think I've seen a Trigger anime. Is that a Trigger one? No, that's Katakawa. I'm not too sure if I've seen any Trigger anime, and I don't remember being the biggest fan of Trigger. I may be wrong. It was Darling in the Franxx Trigger. I don't know. I don't know if I've actually seen any of Studio Trigger's works, but who knows? This could be good. I know the art style is screaming that I've watched some of this stuff, but yeah, I know the basics of this, but I've not seen it. I do need to get that watched at some point, though, because these if I don't watch all the stuff that I've got, my shelf's just going to become full of stuff that I've not seen. Not that I'll be complaining, my anime and manga collection does need to grow after all, but we go from one that I've not seen, Kill la Kill, to one that I have seen twice now. Once before I got the DVD, and once because I did. But yes, if you remember my collection last year, I may have said that I was a massive fan of a certain franchise, and I've actually said it at some point during this video that this is an installment of my 4th favourite anime series, Love Live, the first Idol movie. Now, believe it or not, I do actually already own this, because I have the first and second season of School Idol Project, and I actually have the School Idol movie for Muse on Blu-ray, except for the fact that that's only in Japanese. I got this one because it's in English, and also because it has a little collector's edition booklet and all that stuff. But yeah, I got this because it's in English, and I do like as much as I'm going to probably get destroyed by Love Live fans in the comments for saying that I love the dub, I do unironically enjoy the dub. Sorry, my laptop just tried to time out on me. I absolutely love the dub, especially one of the certain voice actresses, but I'm not going to say who, because if I say who my best girl is, again, I will get destroyed. But yeah, if you're a fan of Love Live and definitely a fan of Muse, give this a watch. Have you shifted at some point? Whoop, sorry. That is my phone charger wire. It's just kind of fell in front of you. I apologise for that. Next up, You saw the manga, got the first season of it. Miss Kobayashi's Maid Dragon. Now, I only watched the second season this year, but I decided to go back and get the first season because, what the hell? If you like the second season, chances are, if you've watched the second season, you obviously like the first one. And I do recall that I did like the first one, but my favourite character that is now my favourite character didn't actually appear until the second one. So that kind of narrows it down who it is. But yeah, it's not a bad wee slice of life comedy show if you want something to chuckle to for about a couple hours. How long are we talking? It doesn't actually say. 13 episodes and 2 DVD discs, so yeah. Give it a laugh. Give it a watch if you're looking for a laugh. I completely fumbled my words there, I apologise. But yeah. Definitely one that I'd go back and rewatch. Haven't went and rewatched it. Now this one I have started watching, got quite far, and got bored. But it's been one that I've been meaning to go back to for a couple of years now. No Game, No Life. Now, yes, I know for those of you who are aware, this one is quite questionable, I believe the word is. Not in a really mature way. I'm not apologizing for my nose because that's cold. Oh, Jesus Christ. But, it's one of the isekais where is it technically an isekai? But it is technically one, but it's quite questionable and not exactly safe, considering the fact that one of the scenes in the back of this is definitely not showing anything. But yeah, I do remember liking what I watched, but it just got dull at some point. So I need to go back and give this a proper chance because I definitely made it more than 3 episodes, so I need to go back and finish this just for the sake of my pride. Now, we're getting into ones that I have actually blitzed. Well, I've blitzed most of one disc. Now, how do I go about terribly sorry about that, guys. My phone, as the same as last year, cut out even though I've uninstalled basically the biggest app I have. So it was a bit of a dick there, but sorry, cough as per usual. That's just been my status quo for the past couple of days. But yeah, only a short thing to go, so it shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, considering the fact that I made it half an hour, I've got plenty of time. But just gonna get these last ones over here and we'll be done. We have 5 discs to go through, 3 of which are for the same series. Now, I'll be perfectly honest, I wasn't entirely sure what to do with these ones. I wasn't sure whether or not to count these because I don't actually count this one as an anime. But I've decided, since it was originally made in Japan, I will give it the benefit of the doubt and I will include it in the Otaku Haul. I have got in my hands here 3 separate, I don't want to say series because it doesn't technically count, but I have got the movies for Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, which is The Rise of Darkrai, Giratina and the Sky Warrior, Arceus and the Jewel of Life, and Zoroark Master of Illusions. I've seen the first 3 on this disc, and I think I've watched at some point in the past Zoroark Master of Illusions. I do like the Diamond and Pearl series of Pokemon. I apologise, the bottom of my case has just came off, but I have seen the first 3 in the past year because when I got this, I watched the first 3 back to back. Nice wee bit of a flowing story between the 3 of them, but Zoroark, as far as I know, is unconnected to the 3 because Rise of Darkrai, Giratina and the Sky Warrior, and Arceus and the Jewel of Life are basically one overarching story. So it's not too bad. It could be worse, but yeah. I only got this because I love the Diamond and Pearl series. Next up, I have the movie collection for Black and White, which is my second favourite Pokemon series. In this one, you have Pokemon the movie Black, Victini and Reshiram, Pokemon the movie White, Victini and Zekrom, Pokemon the movie Kyurem versus the Sword of Justice, and Pokemon the movie Genesect and the Legend Awakened. I think I watched Pokemon the movie White. I may be wrong. not this year, but I've watched it at some point. And I think I've watched Kyurem versus the Sword of Justice. Genocide, I know for a fact I haven't. And I know for a fact I haven't watched what I have got next. But yeah, that's a weird one, especially the Victini one, considering the fact that it's basically two versions of the same fucking film. But yeah, I'll give them a watch at some point. I only got them because, again, it's a Pokemon collection. I've got a small Pokemon movie collection through there. I have never tried to get the anime on DVD. Although I've got a feeling I might have to, because I've got the movies. Fuck. And I have the movie collection for X and Y and Z. But I don't know why that doesn't pop up. But we have Diancie and the Cocoon of Destruction, Hoopa in the Clash of Ages, and Volcanion in the Mechanical Marvel. Now, I know for a fact I have not seen any of these because I stopped with Pokemon after Black and White. I think I've watched the anime of it, but I've not watched any of the movies past Victini and Zekrom, or maybe the second one, Kyurem versus the Sword of Justice. I don't actually know. But yeah, I'll need to watch... I might need to actually watch the anime series of all of them before I watch the films again. I only watched The Rise of Darkrai, Giratina, and Arceus because I knew I'd seen them and I knew I liked them. But that was then, not when I was a kid. But yeah, they still hold up. An alright Pokemon story if you want something. Would I go out my way to recommend them over the anime? I may have to get back to you in that one, but yeah. Now, one that I bought out of morbid curiosity, but I haven't watched yet. I looked it up. I remember reading about this one on Wikipedia, and I read that this one was famous for A, its scenes of intense gore. It's very bloody. And B, it's sexual in nature. Now, I don't know what the fuck that means. And I'm quite scared to watch. Because I think I got this at the same time that I got Hyoka. So that tells you something. Shigarui, Death Frenzy. Now, I will be honest. This one I'm worried about. Just consider the front cover. That is blood. That is a lot of blood on the cover. What does that tell you about the main fucking plot of this? I'm scared. So if any of you know if this is a good series or not, please let me know down in the comments below, because I'll be honest, I'm not sure what to make of this. But there's 12 episodes on 2 discs, and it's at least got an English dub, so it was popular enough to get a dub. So I don't know what to make of this. I don't even know what I do. Does this series have any other kind of media? Does this have a manga or a light novel or anything? I need to know, because I want to know what I'm getting into here. But I know that this seems to be quite a bloody one, so I will definitely have to check this out at some point. And finally, to go with volume 1 and 2 of the manga, we have the first season of Quintessential Quintuplets. I do remember liking this when I first watched it on Funimation, but I don't know if I might go back to it just to watch this and then watch season 2 again, just so I can actually at least follow what's happening. But I can tell you right now that the majority of these anime that I've shown this year, I haven't actually watched, because, believe it or not, I can say right now, most of my time this year has went A, to the Legend of Zelda games, B, my Assassin's Creed playthroughs over on the Glitch Hunter channel, and C, the first part of the year went to Higurashi, because Sotsu had started airing. So I was kind of preoccupied with that. Now, for you Higurashi fans, you know how Sotsu turned out. But yeah, that's basically my... Let me just show you this right now. Take a look at that. That is my haul for this year. This is of the anime here, so that's not a half bad collection. But the manga just absolutely shits on it, which will most likely be the case for a lot of the otaku hauls, because it's genuine, it's universal that... Sorry, I need to tilt you up a little bit. It's universally accepted that when it comes to being an otaku, sorry, what is that pushing down? It's a pillow. When it comes to being an otaku, manga books are genuinely a lot more affordable than anime volumes. I apologise. Fucking pillow keeps getting in the way. Sorry, I kind of tilt it now. I apologise, but you've still got a bit of fucking pillow sitting in your way. Good, darn, thank you. Yeah, it's generally more affordable to get manga books than it is to get anime volumes, but I will try my best in 2022 to get a lot more anime to watch. And I will also try at one point to get a fucking camera so I don't need to keep deleting apps. Because using this phone is a fucking nightmare. I have set up... Oh, I can't do it now on laptop because my laptop doesn't fucking have a webcam apparently. If I don't get a actual camera to set up and record myself with, I will get a external webcam for my laptop so I can live stream the next year's Otaku Haul from my laptop, because I've literally just set up for live streaming and it doesn't fucking work. But yeah, I'm not gonna try and leave you guys hanging for a year to get the next Otaku Haul. If I get enough in 1 year, do you mind? I'm fucking talking. My apologies, guys. That just kind of, my manga collection just kind of collapsed a little bit there. I won't try and abandon this channel. I'm not gonna leave this channel hanging for a year to the next Otaku Haul. If a figure or something comes along that I do have an idea. There's a couple of ideas I have for this channel. One is to give my thoughts on certain manga series, because I obviously can't. I'm trying to still get into this whole anime reviewing thing, but there's a couple of things I could do. I've got multiple completed series through here, because I've got my unholy trifecta sitting across the room. But I could try and give my thoughts on those. I could do certain figure unboxings that I get, if I do get any figures this year, because believe it or not, over the past year I've only probably got a couple of figures. I have a video idea in mind where I go over my top 3 anime, maybe top 4, but or there's a certain couple of franchises that I could show off my collection of, because I have a fair amount of stuff for them. I just need to figure out the price, because I've actually calculated the prices of a lot of this stuff, and yeah, it's an expensive hobby. But yeah, I don't know when the next video will be, so I'm just going to end that there, because we are at the end of the haul. What would I recommend out of, what's my favourite out of all this stuff? Well, first of all, I would say New Game Volume 10 and 11, because I love me my new game this year. I did like... That's not the side of the anime I need to look at. Of course. Can't leave out Love Live. I do remember liking Volume 6 of Dragon Maid. What else do we have? For those of you who are a fan of the franchise, I would definitely recommend the Assassin's Creed books. But as I said, I haven't read Blood Brothers yet, so I will need to read that at some point and give you my thoughts on it. What else? Bofuri, definitely. I would definitely recommend Bofuri for both the anime and the manga, because it follows it pretty closely. Just because this lassie is OP as hell, and I would definitely recommend it, because she doesn't actually have the best attack power, but it's her defense. Hundreds of enemies attack her and she just goes, alright, time to get your ass kicked. What else? And while I can't say anything about the manga, I can definitely say that if you're not already playing them, get the games of Zelda. But that is a bit of a bias, considering the fact that I have just become addicted. I mean, for fuck's sake, I bought Skyward Sword and Link's Awakening yesterday. So yeah, that's going to be what I recommend. Bit of a small pile here, but I'd also recommend Kaguya-sama. If they do another season, I will definitely be watching that. But yeah, that's going to be my Otaku haul for 2021. Next up, you might see as I'm going to try and get a video done where I explain why I like my unholy trifecta. I'll try and explain the whole concept of that. And I will hopefully make a bit more frequent uploads on this channel, because I don't want, it's not as if I'm trying to get to the top of the anime charts on YouTube, but I don't want to leave this channel desolate for a while. But yeah, I can't promise anything, but I will definitely try and get more videos on this channel in the coming year, and hopefully my collection will continue to grow. But I'm not really going to say anything because I can't make any promises. But all I can promise you is I will try. But that's where we're going to end that there, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Stay safe. Keep reading anime. I'll keep reading anime. Keep watching anime. Keep reading manga. Like, favourite, and subscribe if you enjoyed. And if you want to see more videos from me, consider hitting the notification bell to get updated whenever, get a notification whenever I post a new video on this channel, which could be anywhere within the next couple of weeks to the next couple of months. But as I said, I will try not to leave you hanging too much. Also, if you want to see more of what I do, like when I'm not doing my anime stuff, consider subscribing to my other channels, TSI Dominator, which is currently on hiatus, and the Glitch Hunter channel. That is where you'll most likely catch me, because, believe it or not, I'm about to end this video and go and get a live stream for Assassin's Creed Odyssey done, because I have a lot of work to do. But yes, so I need to get this. I need to get this mess cleaned up. I mean, look at this, man. I have to get all of this out of the road and clear my bed, and that's just to shit. So yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video, whenever that may be. I apologise, I'm fucking covering the camera. So yep. See ya. Johnny.